Hi coaster fans, and welcome to another park review from Big Guy Rides. The next park that we went to go visit was out in Denver, Colorado, Elitch Gardens. As you enter Elitch, you actually start out inside, which is kind of a cool entryway into a park. And you pass by some shops, guest services, and a place where you can rent scooters and lockers. Island Kingdom is the water park. It was closed on my visit. As you head into the park, you will find that Mind Eraser is one of their larger coasters. This is a Vekoma SLC and is notorious for being a really rough coaster. This is actually the first one that I had ever been on of this style, so I don't have anything else to compare it to, but I gave it a ride rating of 6 out of 10 and a size rating of a large. The hard over-the-shoulder restraints press down on people with wide shoulders, so watch out for that. With that said, let's take a ride on Mind Eraser. And watch out on the backside, the brakes hit you really hard. I can say that one was an okay ride as far as smoothness. I've been on worse. Up next, we went over to another Vekoma coaster, the Boomerang. This is a really common style of ride, and I have been on a ton of these, so I can confidently say this is one of the smoother. As a reminder, I'm about 6'4", 295 pounds. I give this a ride rating of 5 out of 10 and a size rating of an XL. This one does not have the seatbelt strap, so that helps for larger riders to get in. With that said, let's take a lap frontwards and backwards on the Boomerang. fantastic ride on the Boomerang, and after that we headed over to Half Pipe. This is their Intamin Half Pipe launch coaster, and this one has very tight restraints. We gave it a ride rating of 5 out of 10 and a size rating of a large. This one also has some really bad shuffling, so get prepared to have a little bit of a rough ride, and you can easily see that here in my POV. Let's take a spin. That one has a height maximum of 78 inches. Twister 3 is the PTC coaster that has been redesigned a couple of times. This one has a seat belt and a lap bar combo that allows plenty of room for those who have larger bellies. However, the seat divider in between the two rider cars is very tight for those who have large hips or large thighs, so beware of that if it applies to you. We give it a ride rating of 7 out of 10 and a size rating of a large. This is also a very rough wood coaster, so if rough rides are something that is hard for you, I would recommend against this. To help ease some of the pain, let's put on some lovely background music and enjoy the ride. It's a fun ride, but certainly a rough one. And as we walk around, I do want to talk about some of the operations at this park. I had to visit this park over a 3-day span just to try to get all the rides, and I still only ended up with about 16 of their 25 attractions. I think staffing is an issue, and maybe that led to many of the rides being closed one day or another. But just be prepared for that if you are coming. Maybe don't set your expectations so high that all of the rides will be running. In the Central Midway, they do have a nice arcade. This one's not fully enclosed. It has the gates that open up, so it's not necessarily air conditioned, but it is a shaded spot to get out of the sun. Up next, we went to get on the Tilt-A-Whirl. We gave it a ride rating of a 4 out of 10 and a size rating of an XXL. Almost anyone should be able to fit in this style of attraction. Let's take a spin with the Tilt-A-Whirl. After that, we headed over to the Troika ride. Now this is a theme park classic, but I can honestly say, for the ones I've been on, this is the best one I have ever ridden. I give it a ride rating of 5 out of 10 and a size rating of an XL. Single riders can go in a car alone, meaning you'll find ample room. Let's take a spin with the Troika. After getting off the Troika, we did another spinning ride, the Teacups. This one provides for an awesome size rating. We give it a ride rating of a 2 out of 10 and a size rating XXL. As long as you can get into these teacup style of cars, you should be able to ride. Up next, we got on the Waveswinger called Turn of the Century. These swings allow for a decent amount of room for larger riders, giving a size rating of XL and a ride rating of 3 out of 10. These ones swing you out over the water of the lake, so it gives you a pretty fun experience. Up next, we went to get on the Carousel. We gave this one a 4 out of 10 and a size rating of an XXL. This does have bench style seating, meaning that anyone should be able to sit on the bench and take a spin. It's also got some really awesome classical significance, which is why I gave it a really good rating. After that, we went over to one of the best dark rides that I've ever been on, Kaleidoscape. This was built by Meow Wolf in partnership with the park, and this offers a really cool dark ride experience with a ride rating of 7 out of 10 and a size rating of an XL. It is a shooter ride, and as you shoot the targets, these really colorful, cool, neon and fluorescent creatures pop up, and I would definitely recommend a stop for this for anybody in the park, including those with kids and families. Let's sit back and enjoy the ride inside on Kaleidoscape. What an amazing dark ride that was. And up next we did another little walk around the park. They have the Elitch Arena over here, which is where high school bands come to play. Dale's is a burger place and a beer bar. Pizza Company has awesome delicious pizza. And the park also features what I know my girlfriend would have loved if she came on this visit: cookie dough scooped cones. The Colorado store offers some really unique Colorado themed merchandise, and the sweet shop gives you some awesome satisfaction for your sweet tooth. The Emporium is where I picked up a shirt, although I can honestly say Elitch had a pretty terrible selection and not many ride themed shirts, which are the kind that I really like to have. Mountain Groves is a picnic pavilion, which was pretty busy on our visit. You do have to make reservations. After that, we headed over to Hollywood and Vine. This is a Huss breakdance model, and this one has some really good forces. I give it a ride rating of 6 out of 10 and a size rating of a large. I will recommend moving to the inside seat if you're a larger rider, as the bar comes down on the left-hand side, and that might allow for a little bit extra room for it to close down. Let's take a spin with Hollywood and Vine. Up next, we went to the Larson Loop, the Brain Drain. This one gets a pretty long line, so if it's important to you, I would head over to that early. I've been on a bunch of Larson Loops, and I gave this one a ride rating of 4 out of 10 and a size rating of a medium. The ride operator had to push me in really hard. In fact, she had to put her knee down on a restraint just to get it to close. While I was very uncomfortable, I am thankful that she got me in. And with that said, let's take a spin. And after Brain Drain, we went over to the Tower of Doom. This is an Intamin Giant Drop 4, and this one provides some really awesome forces as you drop back down to Earth. The over-the-shoulder straps are really tight for those with large bellies. I give it a ride rating of an 8 out of 10 and a size rating of a large. If you're tall and have large shoulders, you also will have trouble fitting on this ride. Fortunately, I just barely got clipped in, so let's take the climb. absolutely love that free fall sensation. After that, we went over to the Sea Dragon. This is a ride that is really common in a lot of parks. I give it a ride rating of 3 out of 10 and a size rating of an XXL. This one has single position lap bars that go over everybody in the row. So as long as you can get on, you should be able to fit. Next on our visit, we went over to the Big Wheel. Just note there are no single riders on this. I give it a ride rating of 3 out of 10 and a size rating of XXL. This one provides some of the most beautiful views of the Denver skyline and the park below. They also have a small Kiddieland area at Elitch Gardens. This is a great place for families, and they've got several attractions. Unfortunately, almost all of them are closed on my visit, except for Blazin Buckaroo. This is a E&F Miler kiddie coaster. Gives you 2 laps, and actually has a little bit of a longer layout than most of the ones I've been on. I give this one a ride rating of a 5 out of 10 and a size rating of an XL. Let's take a couple laps on the Buckaroo. Adults can ride alone on that ride. Lastly, the closed rides on my visit were Shipwreck Falls, Disaster Canyon, along with Sidewinder, the Shuttle Loop Coaster. The Star Flyer was also closed, apparently due to wind, although there was no wind on my visit. The Dragon Wing also closed. The Observation Deck was closed. The Spider was also closed. And that pretty much sums up how my visit went to Elitch Gardens. Would I recommend this park? Yes, I think they have a good lineup if everything is up and running. Is it worth the price of admission if everything is closed? Honestly, I would say not. So definitely check the website or give them a call beforehand prior to making your visit. If everything's up and running, I would definitely say make a stop by. With that said, that brings to conclusion our visit to Elitch Gardens. We ask you guys to like, comment, and subscribe on the videos, as that greatly helps us with the YouTube algorithms. We thank you guys for watching. Big Guy Rides.